Welcome to psychology class. Last time we met, I told you that we would look at two famous psychologists from the field of childhood development. I hope you took the time to read the articles and watch the video lectures that I gave you. It is impossible to study childhood development or work in an elementary education setting without learning about both Piaget and Vygotsky. Today, I will give you some brief background information about these two psychologists. In addition, I will talk very briefly about some of their most important work in childhood development. Piaget was a psychologist from Switzerland. He was born in 1896, and he worked for many years. He died in the year 1980. He traveled to many places during his lifetime. He lived in France for a short period. After returning to Switzerland, he got married and had 3 children. Much of his theory about childhood development came from his observing his own children as they played and learned. Piaget proposed that children learn in stages and learn by interacting with their environment. He believed that the developmental stages that children go through were the same for every child, regardless of where they lived or what culture they were raised in. One of his theories involved a concept called Object Permanence. This refers to the idea that an object, for example, a child's favorite toy, still exists even when they can't see it. Children under 12 months of age are not capable of understanding that a hidden toy still exists. In contrast, children over the age of 12 months know that even if they can't see their favorite toy, it still exists. Now let's look at Vygotsky. He was also born in 1896, the same year as Piaget. He was Russian and lived during a time in history when his country was in turmoil. He was also a psychologist. Vygotsky traveled to London to attend a conference on deaf education. This was the only time he visited another country. Unfortunately, he contracted TB and ended up dying at the age of only 38 in 1934. Vygotsky shared Piaget's belief that children learn from their environment. But he also believed that social interaction with peers and teachers was important for childhood development. Vygotsky is most noted for his theory about the Zone of Proximal Development, or ZPD. This is a difficult theory to explain, but I will try to keep it simple. The ZPD is the upper limit of a child's ability to do something. If they are helped by a more experienced friend or a teacher, then they can succeed. But if they do not have any help, they will not succeed. This is an important concept for new educators because it is related to the way we design lessons for students. If our lessons are too easy, they will not learn anything. Also, if our lessons are too hard, they will not learn anything. Lessons must be designed to be just out of reach of a child working alone. When they are helped by a more experienced peer or by a teacher, that is when learning occurs. Both Piaget and Vygotsky had major impacts on the field of childhood development and elementary education. As education majors, you will learn more details about their work as we go through the semester and in other classes here at the university. Please be sure to read all of the assigned readings for next class. See you next week.